This is actually an early Christmas gift for my wife. A lot of this I got through Craigslist. Some of it I got off of eBay. This one I actually got through yard selling. It's a 850 watt Silverstone. This is a GTX 1070, and I was able to get this one for $375, which is more than I wanted to pay, but since we're getting close to Christmas, and it is one of the best currently. Z170A. I bought for Shonna a while ago an i7 7700K. This is an older case that I got on Craigslist, and I think I paid like $5 for it. It was ridiculously cheap, and here's the reason why. Whoever had this before decided that they couldn't get their graphics card or their sound card, or I don't know what they were doing, but for some reason there's something that they wanted to put right here that used a PCI Express slot that wouldn't fit, so they thought, well, I guess I'll just take some 10 snips or something and cut right through there, which it's ugly to look at, but for $5 this is still a great case, and you're not going to see it because it's in the back. But I heard so many good things about this fan, and I'm more familiar with installing fans than I am with installing liquid cooling, that I was like, well, this is just as good, and it's only like 20 bucks. Might as well just go for this. I had the hardest time finding a good deal on DDR4. The Corsair Vengence DDR4, it's two 8GB sticks. And then what just came today, which is actually our final piece of hardware we need in order to finish this. We've got the BPX. This is my digital SSD. This is here an NVMe M.2 solid state drive. I'm just like, man, I can't believe that this guy sold this to me for 90 bucks. Everything is brand spanking new. So this should just go right on here like this. And it should just pop right in. And the motherboard is what's going to keep it from popping back out. Just to make sure, if you're watching this and trying to build a computer based off of what you're seeing here, I got to say this so you don't ruin your motherboard. I have already put in these little pegs here that should come with your computer case. I really like new computer equipment. I'll pull that tab up, push that tab up, push that tab up. It'll be kind of spongy feeling, which is totally normal. Just like the Genius Bar at Apple. I don't know what in the world they were thinking calling themselves that.
The Genius Barn?
The Genius Bar. That's why it's so important that when you get a motherboard, you have a manual for it, or at least know that you have access to a manual online. We're going to get this to work right here, because that all has to be connected to the motherboard. And it says this is the JFP1. So what you're going to do is you're going to look on your motherboard here. So we need to find our hard drive disk LED and our power LED, as well as our switch reset, our power switch, these wires, all these right here. I'll put that through there. Oh, thank you, dear. Alright, so the gray wire is positive and the black wire is the negative. And it says it goes on 1 and 3. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 doesn't exist. There is no 10th pin. And you know, I wouldn't be sweating bullets about this if I mean, it's good to hook it up right the first time, obviously, but you're not going to blow anything up by hooking this up incorrectly. Next is the reset switch. And again, the reset switch, the positive is on 5. And the negative is on 7. So we go, there we go, another setup. Power LED positive, that's going to go on number 2. On 6 and 8. And the last pin that never got used, it says it's 9 for reserve. And I don't know what we would be reserving. And in case you don't have the manual, they have it telling you what to do right there. Power switch, power LED, positive, minus, reset. Yeah. So put it in at 30 degrees. looks like 30 degrees to me. There. This is where your games, everything you enjoy that goes into the computer, it's going to sit right here. USB, USB, and this is audio. Here's another one. That's your two USBs. One's a 3.0 and the other one's just a regular 2.0. Yeah, it says USB, USB right underneath the pins. So you see on here, make sure you don't break anything. See how there's this black one right there? There's no insert. Make sure you're not pushing that flat thing down on a pin, otherwise you're going to have a broken pin. So make sure you don't crush your pin, because that would be bad. So it should go right where it's missing. If you have to really force it, you're doing something bad. As long as we did it all correctly, everything right here should work, because we've got our LED lights for this hooked up, our 3.0 USB and our 2.0 USB are hooked up, our resets hooked up, our power buttons hooked up, and our mic and headset are hooked up. It's what we hooked up last. This is a 3-prong instead of a 4-prong, which means that it's going to run all the time, which is fine. It's very important to note that the side that the logo is on, that is the intake. The side where the logo is not on, that's the exhaust. So you don't want to put the exhaust on the front. You want the intake to be on the front. So if you can put it on the front, you can put it like that. Just think of it as the manufacturers are super greedy and they want to make sure that their name is always on the front of everything. I'm going to plug this. This is another 3-prong, so it's going to run all the time. Airflow to be going in here, being sucked up here, and then blown out that way. You want the fans to be a source of directing air, but you don't want them to be stealing air from each other. Make sure that grooves are lined up. This is System 1 fan. 4-prong, so it's going to be controlled by the motherboard. It's going to have a control mod or a control wire on it. System fan 2. One thing that's nice about these particular power supplies is that they're way cheaper because they're non-modular. But on the other hand, you also end up dealing with a lot of wires you don't end up using. So the fan, I got the fan pointing down there. So it's going to get airflow from in there and blow it out rather than stealing airflow from in here, which is the ideal way to do it. Now don't do that, let me back up, don't do that if this is sitting flat. If this sits flat down here, that is a bad idea. But if it's a raised desktop case, like most of them are, this is how you want to do it. Fits like a glove. Do the second one and the fourth one first, and then if you get more RAM, do the first and the third next. Nice little click. Nice little click too. GTX 1070. I hand built.
You hand built it all by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
What's inside?
Everything good.
Wow. That's wonderful. Thank you, Aaron. Let's hook it up.
All right.
I want to play with it.
Okay, I'll put this out there.
Okay.
Whoa, it does light up. Wow. That's beautiful. It changes colors.
Like a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Green for Aaron, red for
Passionate love.
Shonna.
There it is. It looks like the heart